Hi, welcome to Two Non-Doctors. I'm Liz Mealy.
I'm Maria Shahada.
How you doing, Cupcake?
I feel stressed and behind and everything, like so.
Too. With
Yeah,
everything all the time.
exactly. I'm just like I feel like I'm being like dragged by a truck, like I'm dragging behind on a string or something, like or a horse, whatever. I'm not on the truck or the horse. I'm being dragged behind it, and I'm like
I'm
I
just
can't catch up. Yeah.
at no point have you been on top of this horse or on the truck.
Well, there was a point where I was like, not only was I on the horse, it wasn't moving, and you're like, come on, life. And now it's like,
I firmly remember being extremely sad and like the truest definition of bored, like little kid bored during the pandemic and being like just kind of like angry and restless. And I remember telling myself, someday I'll be busy and I will miss having nothing on my schedule. And
yeah,
how many adults, you know what I mean? Like the pandemic was awful for every single reason you can imagine. But how often as adults do you not have anything on your schedule? And keep in mind, I'm an adult without a husband. I'm an adult without kids. I'm an
yeah,
adult that didn't have a job. You know what I mean? And I was, you know, I liked my career. I was happy with my career. It was moving in a direction that I wanted. And it was like a hard stop. And it was unpleasurable on that sense. But I remember being like, just enjoy not having anything on the schedule. And I've been so overwhelmed and that same kind of like, why am I always chasing this bus? Like, why am I never at the bus on time? Like, I just feel, I mean, you can't, it's out of just papers and stuff and pie. I'm in a
Where
hotel room,
where are you?
like, I'm in Minneapolis,
Okay.
but
Nice,
like, yeah.
nice couch.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. Um, it is borrowed. Um, but I feel like a mad scientist, and we aren't doing anything all that important, so I can't even imagine how the important people feel.
I know. I know. I feel like when I waited tables and I couldn't get on top of everything I needed to get for all the tables and just how behind I got and stressed it was. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. And that's how I feel right now. And yeah, I'm not doing anything important. I don't have kids. There's nothing. It's just me and my stuff and I can't get on top of it. But whatever. Um, I'm late to the podcast, but I made it and
You did it. You
we're
did it.
here.
And again, not important. Nothing we do is important. Like that's
Nothing. That's
whenever I'm stressed out of my mind, I'm like, it's not important.
that's the worst part. It's like
Nothing's important.
nothing matters. Nothing that we do matters. And it's like my brain tries to tell me that. It's like just relax. What's the worst that's gonna happen? But uh no. I'm still I remember being in New York and like when I lived there and even if I had no place to go, I would still walk around really stressed like come on people walk, you know.
People don't do this.
Anyway, yeah. I've realized I think I'm hot when I'm pissed.
Yeah, actually, that was something that was like a real, when you start to like pay attention to your body, like I actually can tell when I'm about to be furious because it's like a wave of like heat.
No, I think
Like,
I'm attractive when I'm angry.
completely the opposite definition. Please tell me about your hot
Because
angriness.
I remember I told you, like, I was trying to like catch a plane. I think I was going to Dubai or something, but I was running. It was raining. My hair was wet. The train was late, so I was late. Like everything was going wrong that morning, and it was like 7 in the morning. And I was finally waiting for the train, and I was like panting and I was pissed off. I was so angry. And then I see this guy at the corner of my eye walking up to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he's just looking at me like waiting for me to acknowledge him. Like his face is like open and wait. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, are you fucking joking? He's, are you serious? It's 7 in the morning. Like, leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not even in that headspace. Like, you're not, it's not like it was like evening time, everyone's going out, you're feeling kind of
Yeah,
sexy, and then you're just like looking around
yeah.
like who's around. Like I'm not anywhere near that headspace. No one is.
Also, the gumption of this guy to be like, the best place to hit on women
I
is one
know.
of the most stressful places in the world, an airport.
Underground where she can't
Yeah,
run.
yeah, yeah.
And then I was at a grocery store yesterday and I'm just fuming about something. And what I was fuming about is doesn't really matter, but I'm staring at the olive oils.
I'm thinking it has something to do with olive oil, but
It
I'm
doesn't. It has nothing to do with olive oils, but like, when you're just so angry and then you're just like I was standing and staring because I was lost in my thoughts about how mad I was. And then a guy next to me, like I didn't even register him, and then he was like, uh, excuse me, can I just say I love it. He's like early 20s and like I loved how gentlemanly he got. May I just say, I think you're very beautiful if I do say so myself.
this is an English accent, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Even better. Even better. Keep going.
And I it was like it just kind of like
Milady.
slowly turned and I was like, thanks. And then I went back to fuming. And then he goes, are you seeing someone? I'm like, what? Like, I was like, yes, I have been for 5 years. And he goes, is it going well? I'm like, yes, it's going well. Will you go away?
Dude. Okay, first and foremost, let me see your pissed off face.
I'm so happy to see you. I can't do, hold on. Let me think about like what made me mad. Like,
Get back in that place.
no, I can't do it. I'm
No,
acting.
it's constipated. That's not it.
That was- I know Danny's gonna use that. That's gonna be
Yeah,
the
for sure. That's
spot
gonna be
for
the thumbnail.
God
She
damn it,
loves
Danny.
um man. So this is a great realization. I think you should use this. Also, this kind of makes sense for like, how like traditional like runway models or like models on like Vogue always look like someone just stole the last croissant. Like they just have this like vibe of
Yeah.
someone just pissed them off and then they took a picture, and that's what beautiful is. So either one, we're trained that pissed off women are beautiful. And think of it, we're always kind of pissed off. I mean, if you're a woman in this world, you're always a little pissed off. Um, but also, if I'm being honest, I do feel prettier when I'm not smiling. Like I do a lot of
Really?
like not yeah, not like frowning or angry, but I do a lot of like Emmy
Mm,
does it too. Like
yeah.
she does this kind of plain face, and I was like, oh, I like that because we have the same face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that face. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know that all girls get hit on all the time about everything. Like I just know that that's the case. I just have found that when I'm not paying any attention to my surroundings and I'm really super angry, for some reason guys are like green light. This is the
Maybe,
time.
but maybe it's like when people are allergic to cats or hate cats, and the cats are like, oh, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like, you're my best friend. Like maybe it's the same law of attraction because like I'm like talking to one girlfriend right now, and she is getting back into dating, and she's trying to do it better, right? Like she wants a long-term partner, and she is somebody that is like she's very much like, are you going to be the person I fall in love with? How about you? Am I going to fall in love with you? And she doesn't like that about herself, but in general the people that attracts is never who she wants, as opposed to think about the advice they give anybody dating, which is like, go live your life, go live your best life, go do your thing, and be out there, but at the same time, you know, like people feel desperation
Yeah,
and they seek
they always say
desperation.
like it'll happen when you're not looking for it. And like you have to truly not be. And I think people just
But
love it when it's like not only do you want nothing to do with them, you just don't even know they exist. And they're like, oh my God, that's so hot.
but isn't that crazy that like it's not even just like I have a boyfriend, I'm not paying attention. It's like I have a boyfriend and I'm trying not to murder someone right now, and
Yeah.
people are like, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like I almost feel like our dating advice to people is just like just have a bad day and then leave. Because when I have a bad day,
But
I don't want to leave the house.
no, I know. Yeah, have a bad day and leave the house. Yeah, that's better of dating advice because like I was gonna say it's similar to the dating advice at the beginning of Swingers. He was like, "Well, she won't come back until you've truly forgotten about her," you know? And it's like you won't attract someone until you're truly not looking, which is
Yeah.
hard advice because you can't just turn that off if you really are looking. But yeah, have a bad day and go out, see what happens.
Which is, I mean, completely counterintuitive to how I am. When I was like trying to date, my biggest thing was like put on a skirt and leave the house. Like just
Mhm.
leave the house. Because if you're being, I think I mean, I'm very much a homebody and I am leaving the house all the time, but I'm leaving the house in the sense that I'm out for work and I'm in like focus mode. You know what's funny actually? The last time I was in Minneapolis was in October and I was doing this kind of showcase thing. It was called Crash and Burn, where you do 20 new minutes on a Wednesday and then you work on that 20 minutes and you have it polished by the end of the week. It was super
Mhm.
fun. I genuinely loved it. But I mean, four different men were like, "How's it going?" And I was like, is it is Minneapolis known for being friendly? Like I couldn't figure it out. And then one woman said the same thing and I was like, I think it's friendly. But I spent like the whole week being like, do I look exceptionally hot this week? Because I'm working on like I'm truly focused. Like I'm at like summer camp, like work focus mode.
People in the zone are hot.
Yeah, I guess.
If somebody's like truly working on something they're passionate about and you catch it, it is an attractive quality. It's like they're just like in them, they're just engulfed in what they're doing. I don't know.
I don't know. And then somebody looks over and I'm writing jokes about my cat. Like I just feel I don't know. There's something about I've put down our lives many times this podcast, but like at the same time, there is something very silly about like I don't know what I'm focusing on is just of no importance whatsoever.
Yeah.
At least olive oil looked like you were gonna make like a really angry dish. Remember, remember when I was you? This was years ago. It's one of my favorite memories. Is I was making you eggs, but I was like ranting about something. Like I was just so fucking mad, and I was ranting the whole time. And then I like threw the plates down. I was like, "These were made with hate."
Yeah, most delicious
Oh,
eggs
your hate
ever.
eggs.
Huh?
And no, I didn't hear what you said.
I said most delicious eggs ever.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, congrats on finding out when you're hottest.
Yeah, thank you.
It's gonna be hard for you to recreate that every time you go out for like an event.
It really doesn't take much for me to be angry, but
That's
I,
true.
but I'm also like in a relationship, so it doesn't matter. But it's just, it was an interesting thing to find out. I'm like, when I feel like at like my angriest, it's like suddenly someone just like appears in my peripheral, like you're hot.
Congratulations. Oh, I
Humble
didn't hear.
brag.
Yeah, I love your humble brags. Done no timing of this episode.
Oh, that's
Um,
okay. We've been going for like 20
but
minutes.
yeah, but let's get right into plugs. Plugs. We're plugging. Um, uh, I have a special. It's out. You should watch it. It's called Murder Sheets. It's free on YouTube. I am touring. We are touring. When this comes out, I'm gonna be in Hartford and Providence that week, and then and like a week after that, week or so after that, we'll be in Europe. We just added Munich, which is very exciting. This is a mostly Germany tour, and it was unintentional.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Just
we
call it
are
our
in
German tour plus some.
yeah, it's a Germany tour plus other places around it. Um, but we are in every city you can imagine. I'm gonna list them as fast as possible. Are you ready? Edinburgh, Dublin, London, Berlin, Frankfurt, Heidelberg, Luxembourg, Paris, Karlsruhe. I don't know how to say Karlsruhe. I don't know how to say it. But it's in Germany. You know it. If you're from Germany, you know where it is. Brussels, Amsterdam, Geneva, Zurich, Munich, and then I'll be in Istanbul. Oh, which was the city
I'm not
that
doing Heidelberg, I think.
Heidelberg? Okay,
That's when I'll
so
be in
Maria,
Wiesbaden.
yeah, so the only ones Maria is not going to be there for is Heidelberg and Istanbul, but everything else, it's Europeans taking on Europe.
Yeah.
Um, but all that stuff, all those tickets are at lizmealy.com. A bunch of other cities added. I added Cleveland and Pittsburgh for in the fall. But all my dates are at lizmealy.com. Maria.
Yeah, by the time this comes out, I think I'll be on my last two nights at the Duke of York's Theater opening for Jonathan Pie. Shows have been fun so far.
I was gonna
Um,
say, you feel good about it?
yeah, the opening night was a little tough for some reason. It was okay. It went well. It just wasn't like I'm like, am I just used to comedy club audiences? It was a little tough. But then the second night was really like a lot better. So hopefully they
Awesome.
keep getting better. But they have been fun and I've really enjoyed it and breathe. Okay. And then I'm doing my I don't know why just talking about the shows, I'm like um what else am I doing? The work in progress at the Bill Murray on May 2nd, if you're in London. And then, the tour in May. And other than that, I don't really have anything lined up. So we'll see.
We're doing it. Things are
Yeah,
happening one day at a time. It's
yeah, I'm
happening.
right.
But yeah, check us out live and follow us on the interwebs. I always start this and I don't
All
know
right,
what
let's do
any.
it. Okay. Instagram at 2nondrs, the number 2nondrs. Twitter, YouTube, Gmail is at 2nondoctors. It's a number 2 forward doctors. And follow me on Instagram at Maria Shahada and at Liz Mealy.
Yeah. And then our Patreon, it's popping. You guys are awesome. We very much appreciate you. It's patreon.com/two non-doctors. That's two non-forward doctors. And yeah.
Oh, I wanted to read a YouTube comment that I like.
Okay, this is on our New York State of Mind episode, and this is
Because
from
I was
at
having a good hair day because I was like, my hair is always good in New York. And then we were talking about like how to ship water
yeah,
to London.
yes, okay, yes. This is when you were staying with me. Okay, this is from at Chris Carmura. Sorry, I got nothing. I'm not the person to read anything. All right, it says New York water is allegedly better because the water draws copepods, tiny crustaceans, in with the water, so that when you could, I don't think this is me. Um, uh, Structurally, no offense, Chris. So when you could with it, there is a certain density of protein added.
I think he
One
means
could just,
cook.
oh, okay. 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 So when you cook with it, there's a certain density of protein added. Um, One could just raise copepods, Copepods, elsewhere in similar conditions instead of shipping the water. Interesting. I want
That's
to see
the
this.
basis for a new sci-fi movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
start
yeah.
raiding copepods so you have a good hair day, but then they grow too big. And then it's just like there's like just one coming up in the background of this podcast, and it's just like, ah. I'm like, ah,
And someone's like, "Did you get another cat?" And it's just like the copepods.
no.
Um, Chris, I've never heard this theory before.
Me either.
I forget what is. I will say this as somebody that's constantly traveling. I hate LA water. I hate
Mm.
it. And so it's like when they talk about like, the bagels and the pizza and everything isn't as good in LA. I mean, I can't eat that stuff anyway, but it's just like there's a part of me that's just like, and everybody says it's in the water. It's like, sure, but like the water's gross. Like I don't forget what water does to cooking. It's gross to drink. Like I feel dehydrated. And like I'm in Minneapolis and I don't feel that way about Minneapolis. I on the other spectrum of it, I want to know why LA water is disgusting.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really think I noticed that when I lived there, but I believe you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you for supporting. Absolutely disgusting. That's so cool. All right, we're gonna now have to Google soon
Copepods. Yeah.
copepods because that's fascinating. Um, okay, you ready to get into let's get personal?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. What did I text you? What did I say we should do?
You said what
Uh,
instantly makes your day better, I think.
yeah. Okay, what's one thing? I'm not gonna do one. What's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
Canceled plans. I
I
feel
want
like
to
if
see
this
it across the screen. Canceled plans.
yeah, I feel like if this were Family Feud,
Yeah.
It would be like yeah, everybody be clapping and be like, good answer,
And
good
then it'd be
answer.
like, bum, 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 number one.
Yeah. I fucking love canceled plans. And like it's no matter even if I was looking forward to it, if they were like, can we postpone? Yeah, we can postpone. You want to do this later? Yes, we can do this later. I don't, yes, I'm happy to do nothing for the next hour. I don't know if I'm like, I don't know what it is, but just being able to relax and stay home. If they told me the show was canceled tonight, I'd be like, that is the best fucking news of my entire life. Um, but yeah, even when I do it, like if I cancel yoga and I know because it's class pass that I'm gonna have to pay for the canceled class, it's still like, oh man, I'm so happy right now.
What do you think that is? Do you think that's like feeling overwhelmed and not having enough like you time? Is it
Yeah,
feeling
but I
pressure?
worry because that's what I thought it was. Sorry, what was the other option?
No, no, no. Like, you never wanted to do the plan to begin with. Like, I feel like there's so many like layers to why a canceled plan feels good. Because like if you did something because you felt obligated and then they cancel, it's like fucking yeah. Like I didn't want to do that in the
Yeah,
first.
no, but I'm saying like even stuff I want to do, if it gets canceled, it makes me happy. But I think it is that I don't have enough you time, me time. The only problem I'm worried about is that it will never be enough. I'm like, how much me time do I need exactly?
Yeah.
Because it feels like there's no way to
I had a
satiate that.
pandemic and it was all canceled
I swear to
plans.
God, you said you were bored during the pandemic. I was never bored. I was happy. And like, I mean, I know it was a terrible time for a lot of people, but it was like I got to slow down and then like Johnny was miserable. I was like having the time of my life. But I was like, that was 4 years or something. And I'm like, it was not enough. I need more me time. Like, do
I don't
I
think
don't
I
know.
realize how much of a homebody you are as somebody that is also a homebody. Like I'm a homebody fighting fighting it. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm constantly never home, right?
Yeah.
I when I am home, I feel like I'm playing catch up with like well things I have to do there as well as like seeing friends and stuff. So it's just like I feel like I'm like a homebody that's living their worst life.
Yeah. Uh,
But like okay, so canceled plans is like it'll change your whole outlook on the day.
yeah. And then like, yeah. And then like getting into sweatpants and just like turning on the TV. Another thing is I could just be addicted to TV. I don't know, but that's like just, oh, sorry, just thinking about it. Canceling plans, putting on sweatpants, ordering takeout, and watching TV.
In the middle
Holy
of this
shit.
podcast, you're just like, "Ugh."
What am I even doing? Bye.
Yeah. It's so funny because as you describe it, I see you as like a little kid that your parents are like, snow day, and you're like, hell
Yes.
yeah.
Dude, snow
And
day.
you're
It's exactly it.
blanky.
Snow day, that feeling of snow day is exactly how I feel. Yes.
And
Did you
like you
remember
don't
listening to the
feel bad,
radio
you're
when you were
not.
little? I don't know how, I don't know, like, yeah, you're not that much younger than I am, but like you'd listen to the radio and then you'd hear your school called and you're like, yes, yes. And you'd immediately run outside
But
and
you
play
know
with
what?
all your friends.
Yeah, unfortunately, my dad would have a snow day. If we even if we had a 2 hour delay, let alone a complete day off, my dad always had a list of chores we had to do.
Dude,
So it was
fuck.
never I, yeah, dude. It was never, I don't, and it probably explains a lot about my personality that, like, even when plans, I'm like, all right, my plans are canceled. I have other things I should be doing. Like, I don't actually know how to relax. Like, when you told me, like, they're like, you can't wait, like, you might be addicted to TV, all I could think is, like, I don't even know what to watch right now. Somebody asked me what I'm watching right now, and I felt embarrassed to say nothing.
Well, no, I think you should be very proud of yourself. But I also consider watching TV research for my own career. So like I'm like I've tricked myself into believing that it's productive.
Yeah.
Um, but
It's just like you're cuddled, borderline sleeping, and you're like, I'm studying.
I'm so productive right now. I've
I'm
really had
reading.
to learn to not give myself shit for those moments though, because it's like
Yeah.
you said, it's like we can because we have there's no boundaries with what we do. So if we don't carve that time out for ourselves, we'll never have it.
There really is no boundaries. I was realizing that more and more. Like I was in LA and my family was there, and like any downtime, I was on my phone just trying to get ahead of like half the work I have to do. Like
Mm.
I I think emails is the quickest way to ruin my day. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much. Like just a new email, and especially if it's not like a yes or no answer, I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. I don't want this email. I don't want to answer this. I don't
Oh
want to do
God. What well, so
I
what's the thing that will instantly make your day better?
okay. It's a few things. I would say like one is like because work is like because we're freelance and when money is coming and like if I have something that's open, like let's say like right now, I mean July is always a dead month, but let's say there's nothing inside July right now. If I got an email that's like you're booked, this is the money, can you do it? And I'm open, I'm like da 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 da. Like I get so and it's a yes or no, right? It's a yes or no email, right?
Yeah.
So I like booked work that I want to do at a time that is helpful, truly like I get really excited. Um, any kind of work stuff that I want to do, I think always puts me in a good mood. But honestly, the same level of like got a job that I'm excited about and like a sugary beverage, like an unexpected sugary beverage. Like there's some planned sugary beverages where it's just like I'm gonna go get myself this latte because I need to get this thing done. But you know, I think my brother stopped by. He had to drop something off. This was like a couple weeks ago, and he was like, "You want to get a cup of coffee?" And I was like, "Do I?" Like it was like truly like it was because I think on the I think what we're both hearing from both of us is we don't allow each other we don't allow ourselves non-guilty breaks.
Mm,
And when someone gives you that allowance, like truly like, oh, well, I can't do it because it's canceled or it's snowing outside or
Yeah.
there's a pandemic. Like I just can't. I want to, but I can't.
Yeah.
Like I think I feel so much guilt when I'm not working and I am so more than ever overwhelmed that even just like a 15-minute go walk and get coffee break is like equal parts exciting to have the break and also like God, I love a sugary beverage, a caffeinated sugary beverage. Beverages really are like half my happiness. I don't think I realized it.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do love a good like bubble tea or something.
I
Um,
love bubble tea. I love regular tea. I love coffee. I mean, all this stuff is the sugary version of it. There's no like,
it's really just the sugar.
I like sugar. I think it is just, I love sugar.
Yeah.
I just I'm gonna try to be better because I,
I know, me too. I've been cutting out extra sugar. So it's like if something already contains sugar that I'm eating, then fine. But I'm not gonna like I mean something savory that contains sugar. I'm not reading ingredient lists for sugar content, but I'm not getting candy bars and bubble tea right now. Like I'm trying to cut all that out.
me too.
Um, but oh, it just sucks because it's like I have no vice. And like after the show yesterday, I just wanted some sort of release, because your nerves are so high, and then you're like, that was like it's over. And it's just like I just wanted to celebrate with a vape or a drink or a candy bar or something. I need something. And I was like, all I had was like water and like a bag of nuts. I was so angry. It's like I just need something, but I
That's
don't
so
know why.
interesting. Because I do think that's almost the same way, like post show, you need something to help come. Because like me finishing the show is what kind of takes me down, but
Yeah.
like, but work, I can't seem to let go of like the admin part of this. That
Yeah.
like that's what I need is that like I'm sitting at my computer just like tense, just like crazy, and then like hey, do you want a cup of coffee? Oh yeah, I do. Like it really is like it puts me back into the real world and like allows me to have a break. But like I forget to eat all the time. I like yesterday I had a headache and it wasn't until I went to my show that I realized I ate almost nothing yesterday. And it was just because I flew and then I had to shower and then I had a bunch of emails to write and then next thing you know I had my show and I was like, "Oh, I haven't eaten all day." And of course, as soon as I ate, I felt better. And it's like, "God damn it, Liz."
I don't know that
Like
I've ever forgotten to eat. Like
I don't
forgetting
know.
a child or something. Like what you
I've
forget?
forgotten child. I've forgotten children. I have three. I've forgotten all of them.
You had you
Um,
had you had five siblings. Now it's four. You lost one once.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I guess I think it's the truest definition, and maybe society does that too, is like it's the truest definition of a break. Also, my entire childhood, my mom loves coffee. My mom drinks coffee to go to bed. Like my mom has like 6 cups of coffee, but like I remember my mom very stressed and overwhelmed, again with real stresses, and I have none of those. But she would sit at the kitchen table. We actually knew to leave her the fuck alone. She would sit at the kitchen table alone, drinking a cup of coffee at night. And if you went up to her, she would be like, I just want 5 minutes of peace. I just want 5 minutes of peace. And you were just like, now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's that's all she had. All she had was that cup of coffee while we were supposed to be in bed. And like we would get out and we'd be like, Mom, and she's like, no. My mom also used to go around at 9 o'clock at night and be like, it closing time is at 9. If you want water, if you want a bedtime story, like she would like do a little like walk around the house to be like, I'm checking out. Like
Yes.
fucking whatever you need.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to go to the hospital.
I
Nobody's allowed.
imagine motherhood is exactly like comedy in that there are no boundaries of time. Like you're
And there are
always on.
not.
And she was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm fucking done now.
Yeah.
So don't talk to
It's
me.
just a beeper, but the beeper is just us hanging on her limbs, being like, Mom, Mom, Mom. My poor mother. I don't actually know as an adult why she wants to hang out with us. We are some of her worst memories.
Well, you're different people now.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm still like, Ma'am, ma'am.
Yeah.
We were in all in LA together and we loved playing cards. So we were playing like Skippo and Exploding Kittens or whatever. And truly so mean to each other. Like with Skippo, you can like kind of ruin the next person's turn. And the amount of times that I was like, you whore, Mom, why? Why are you like this? And then Evan was playing with us, and at some point he was like, Terry, I was like, just say it. He's like, you're a whore. And I was like, she is. Look what she's doing to you, Evan. That's so, but like the amount of times we've called my mom a whore because of it. And she's just smiling. She's like, I am. She wins all the time. She's like, I am. Ruining your lives with Skippo. Fun memories. But yeah, this is good. I was very tired. I was very like, oh no. And this was a healing podcast
Oh,
for
that
me.
was nice. Yeah, instantly makes my day better talking to Liz. Bling.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. We will be back next Tuesday. And we'll see you next week.
Yes, and thank you to our Patreons. Let's not forget them. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for
Yeah.
everyone who's been signing up for that. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.